Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be thinking about research methods, and in particular I'm going to walk you through the differences between photo-elicitation and photo voice. Here's an overview of what this short video will tell you. We're going to start by talking about why we might use photographs in research. Then I'll introduce you to what photo-elicitation is and give you an example of a research project which uses photo-elicitation. After that, we'll talk about what photo voice is, and I'll give you a further example of research using photo voice. So firstly, why are photographs a really useful thing to use? With the growing popularity of smartphones and other methods of taking photographs, we quite commonly document our lives and experience through photographs and share these with others. We often share these through social media in order to document our lives and look back on our experiences to reflect, share and engage with others. This growing accessibility of photographs means they are a useful tool for us to use in qualitative research. Often, as researchers, we get people to tell us about their experiences or thoughts or opinions. In this type of research, we are observing our participants from the outside and hearing their tales and stories of their experiences, thoughts and opinions. What this means is we have two different understandings of that experience. We have the lived experience, which is held by our participant, and we have our interpretations of that lived experience, which is held by us. And we're on two different journeys through understanding the topic of interest. What taking a photograph will do is allow us to see inside the participant's horizon of understanding, and that way we can combine our own interpretations with more direct access to the experience and opinions of the participant. This means that by using photographs in research, it can help us to achieve two things. Firstly, as a researcher, it broadens our horizons. Not only do we hear the stories of our participants, but we get a visual insight into what those stories are about. For participants, being able to look back at photographs of an experience or something that relates to an opinion about a particular idea, it can deepen their reflections and enable them to think more deeply about the issue that we are interested in. Photo-elicitation is one approach which uses photos as a form of data capture. It's a process where we use photographs as a stimulus when collecting our qualitative research data, often through interviews or focus groups. It's possible for us to collect photographs to use in this way. That might be a photograph of a particular event or environment that would spark an interest in our participants, or something representing a phenomena of interest that we're exploring in our research. The photographs could also be collected by our participants themselves. These could be photographs taken or created by the participant to represent a particular issue, or they could be photographs taken of the participant by others. We could ask our participant to take photographs of themselves through self-portraits and reflect on these, or photographs taken by others of events or environments that the participant finds meaningful might be collected and used to talk about the issue of interest. This could be family albums or biographical collections that the participant already owns. Once the photographs are collected together, a typical photo-elicitation interview might look like this. We'd begin with some opening discussion. We'd warm our participant up and get them used to talking to us in an interview situation. We'd then ask the participant which of the photographs they'd like to start with, and we'd work through each photograph in turn, asking them why they've chosen the photograph, what it means to them, and what it reflects in terms of their thoughts or opinions or experiences. At the end of the interview, we'd have some mop-up questions. These clean up anything extra that the participant might like to say about the phenomena of interest that haven't been covered when discussing the photographs. This is an example of a photo-elicitation piece of research. We were interested in how mothers experience breastfeeding a child who is over 12 months old. We gathered our participant and asked them to spend around 1 week taking photographs of their experience. We then invited them to take part in a photo-elicitation interview or an online photo-elicitation survey to tell us about the photographs that they had collected. These images are some of the photographs that we collected through this research. It gave us an insight into the experiences of the participants, and through seeing the images themselves, helped us to understand the experience from their perspective. If you would like to learn more about this study, I've provided the reference for it at the bottom of the slide. Photo voice and photo-elicitation are often confused. Photo voice is actually quite a different approach. It began with the work of Wang and Burris in 1997. This collaborative approach was asking participants to document resources and needs within their communities through photography. A key aim of this approach is to encourage these community members to think critically about the issues that are affecting them. And ultimately, Photo Voice aims to use this critical thinking to empower the participants and people involved in our research to action change at both community and policy levels. This is an example of a piece of Photo Voice research. In this research, we were interested in the facilitators and barriers to breastfeeding public. The research was conducted in Stoke-on-Trent, an area which is particularly low in breastfeeding rates. We worked with co-researchers who were a group of volunteers from the Breastfeeding Network. Together, they travelled the city collecting photographs of environments where breastfeeding might take place, or features of environments that might encourage or prevent breastfeeding. This included posters which were advertising available spaces for breastfeeding, and environments that have been designed specifically for breastfeeding, including good environments and bad environments. After the data was collected, the participants all submitted these images along with short summaries that explained why the image was taken and what it told us about our research question. We brought the group back together in a workshop where creative methods were used to look together at the data and decide what needed to change. As part of this process, the participants decided that resources needed to be created to educate local environments and businesses about what a breastfeeding environment that is supportive of breastfeeding should look like. Together, we came up with an idea for a breastfeeding image. This is an image of a cafe created in watercolour, which shows all of the environmental features that might support breastfeeding, such as posters and comfortable seating, and a member of staff offering support and water. In this short talk, I've talked to you about photo-elicitation and photo voice. Photo-elicitation is a useful tool to help researchers gain deeper insight into the experiences and opinions of their participants. In this approach, photographs are used as a prompt to get participants talking about a particular topic or issue. In comparison, in photographs are used as a method of supporting participants or co-researchers to evaluate community strengths and needs. The aim of Photo Voice is to empower those involved in the research to bring about change. A starting point for this might be using the photographs to educate others, such as other community members or policy makers, through exhibitions and sharing the new knowledge that has been gained. Thank you very much for watching. Follow my YouTube channel for more content at Dr. Amy Burton Psych, or I'm available on X as Dr. Amy Burton and Instagram as Dr. Amy Burton. See you again soon.